What are your thoughts about, modern dating today?
It's hard, man. Especially coming out of something that was 5 years long. Man. You jump back in the dating pool, it's like, what is this? Some people have unrealistic expectations. So I try to go for women who are down to earth. Like, I'm not about to come in your life and pay your rent. Not right now. Man, you know what I'm saying? So, like and some people, expect that, and that's just not me, and that's okay. Somebody gonna do it. It just won't be Grayson. It won't be G-Work. I tell you that.
G-Work is not paying no bills.
No, but I feel like a lot of things just like microwave. Technology, social media, they feel like everybody feels like they have options.
Man,
just because you look on your phone, there could be another option.
I really honestly personally think that idea of like believing that there's more out there is kind of what's killing a lot of relationships. Yeah. Because it's good to have options, but at the same time, I think there's good in limitation. Yeah. Because then it helps you to focus.
Since I've been single, I've probably been on like 15 first dates.
Yeah.
But I've kind of taken a step back from it because it's like, it can get draining.
Fully connected. Welcome back to the Fully Connected Podcast, your go-to destination for inspirational conversations to help you become your greatest version. I am your host, Chris Jones, owner of Fully Connected Counseling, and today we got another special guest, all right? We got another special guest, former athlete at Hutchinson and Ottawa University, right? So offensive lineman?
Offensive line, yeah.
Bro. And they call you G-Work.
G-Work.
Yes, we got Grayson Work Fields, brother.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
In the building, man. Ladies and gentlemen, man. So is Work, that's really your last name?
Yeah, Work Fields.
That's
Work Fields is my
that's
last
hard.
name,
So you get the Fields Work.
Right, what? I mean, them things for sure. Nah. Yeah. So this is a combination of my my dad's last name. So yeah. Gotcha. People I used to get that a lot in like middle school, high school.
Right. They say you give it work.
Yeah,
man. So like I was saying earlier, man, like I've been following the podcast. You guys are now like on episode 39 or something. Yep. I think maybe 40.
40.
Yeah, man. So 2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
What inspired you to start your podcast?
My podcast. So what inspired me to start? I always wanted to be in like sports, a sports analysis or be in sports broadcasting. But once I got through like my major, it was too late to kind of change it because I was like majoring in sports admin, and I always like watch First Take. I always watched watching sports all day. When you would sit in them spaces with your friends, like at the lunch table or just in those spaces, and you had those arguments about who's the best player or like, or just having those real conversations,
Right.
And then COVID hit, in like 2020. I had moved to Charlotte. And I was like, man, I kind of want to just start a podcast for real,
man, and like
be able to do that, and like not have to change my degree and just do it, be creative still, something that can keep me creative.
Right.
So we started on Zoom. Braxton and Darvin.
Shouts out to Braxton and Darvin.
Shouts out to Braxton and Darvin. They're my guys, man. They're my guys.
And that's not your brother. Braxton is not your brother.
No, Braxton. Man. No, we are no kin. Right? That's my dog. We knew each
other
since middle school.
I was like, they're brothers, man.
Yeah, we knew each other since middle school, but like, no, we not related. But I've known both of them my whole life for real since like middle school. So
what middle school?
Went to Brooks.
Hey,
yeah,
okay.
I worked up there. Though. Okay.
And I went to Stuckey right when it opened up.
Okay.
2004.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's what's up. Man,
we were like the first class to start from 6th grade all the way to 8th grade, like the brand new lockers.
Yeah. I got the first taste there.
Yeah. Everything was new, everything was fresh. Now it's probably all worn out.
I'd be have to go up to the schools for my job. So
so you work at the Y, right?
I do.
Yeah. And when you went to Charlotte, that's when you met Davon.
Day by day.
Day by day, shouts out to Day by Day. There we go. Were you already had the idea of the podcast even before you met Dave, right?
Yeah, before I met Dave. So this is before, like 2020, this is before I knew anybody. I was just working at Amazon in Charlotte. So yeah, it's just something I wanted to do. That's cool. Then like thinking of it, it took me a while though to come up with the name, what I wanted to be about, like all that type of stuff.
Workshop.
Yeah.
The workshop.
Yeah.
So obviously the last name Work,
yeah, but
then the shop.
Yeah.
Almost like kind of like LeBron.
Right.
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah. That's hard, man. That's hard. Yeah. And I'm just now reading your shirt.
Oh, yeah, true.
I'm just now reading
I knew you was
shirt.
a counselor. I was like, this might be appropriate.
I like this. I like this, bro.
It might be appropriate.
What would you say how you discover your inner peace, bro?
How I done?
Yeah.
Man, just doing things that inspire me. Or just, I can be my whole authentic self in any room I can be in, though. You know what I'm saying? just being able to find that confidence when you walk into a room.
Yeah.
It's okay if people don't like you.
Absolutely.
It's okay if, you know, you rub people the wrong way, but as long as you being your true authentic self, then that's fine. Having those passions, like to be able to step outside your comfort zone and just being okay being you for real. That's how I found it.
Exactly.
Just like, yeah, like you know.
Do you feel like you got some of your confidence through playing football?
For sure. I feel like I've gained more confidence outside of like football though.
How so?
Like, I was always like when I was playing weight, my playing weight was like 300 pounds.
Okay.
So I've been working out, losing weight since then. You know, I've been through like some like relationship things that happen.
We're gonna get to that later.
Yeah,
the relationship.
Yeah, but like, so you go through those things, and you kind of really got to look within yourself,
right,
and find what's next. Like not being a football player no more. You know, changing a lifestyle like that, you really got to find yourself and what's your real purpose. Because I've been playing football. I was playing football for 20 years of my life.
Wow.
Then it's like, you're done. You're just done. Like, what's next, you know? So you got to find your true self.
It's almost like your identity now switches up. It's like, what do I do now?
Right.
Like, because I remember I had a client, he got injured, and he was a football player. And it was just pretty much like, well, what do I do now?
Exactly.
You know, so you got to find out how to pivot.
Exactly.
You see? So that's really interesting, man. There was a question that came to my mind when you were talking, and it was pretty much just figuring out, like, how did you lose the weight? You said that you were a little bit overweight.
Right.
What would you tell somebody out there who's struggling? They're still out there like that size. Like, maybe, I don't know how your size at that time, you know, it's personal, but like, what would you say to somebody who's watching, who wants to be able to lose weight, to be able to get that confidence that you did, you know?
Man, I would say personally, it's like, bro, be happy with yourself first. Because just because you lose that weight, that weight is only like one issue, right?
Man,
if you lose the weight and you still unhappy, you're gonna be unhappy if you skinny. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be a skinny, unhappy.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, you just gonna be skinny, maybe better looking. You know what I'm saying? You might get a couple more DMs here and there, but you're not gonna be happy with yourself. So find that happiness first of where you at. And then just like be consistent, honestly. You gotta show up for yourself at the end of the day. You can get a trainer, you can get meal plans, you can do all that stuff, but if you're not dedicated to yourself, man, it don't really matter.
Self-discipline.
Self-discipline. So being able to hold yourself accountable and then hang around them circles of people that are trying to do the same thing. Because you got friends that want to go out and drink every weekend and go out to eat afterwards and all that stuff.
Right.
It's hard to say no. So for me personally, it's hard to say no. So I just in that time when I was really on it, I was working at Amazon.
Yep.
So when I was working, I was jogging up and down people's driveway.
Okay, yeah.
Like when I was delivering and stuff, making it a workout, and I get done with work earlier.
Right.
And then I would go to work. I would work out before work. So I was delivering like 190 stops at Amazon and doing like a full body workout before that. So
man, that's real.
Yeah. So
that's real.
It's just the work. For real.
So there's a work ethic that you have, you know, that you're consistent about, man. Like, I can see it, like, in you, in the episodes and everything. Like, there's some kind of like passion that you have. So like, what keeps you sane? What keeps you happy?
Man, family.
Yep.
My friends. Just like doing things that keep you young. Mm-hmm. Like I'll still watch anime, or like I'll watch
Which ones?
Whatever, really. I'll watch
anyone. Yeah,
anyone for real. And if somebody suggests it to me, I'll tap in.
Okay.
Or like, you know, watching things that I enjoyed in my childhood, playing the game. You know, I hop on 2K with the homies real quick. Play a little park,
man,
play
I
a
suck
little
at 2K, man.
Play a little man.
I'm trash at 2K. I ain't gonna lie,
it's not for everybody. I feel like
bro.
It used to be very simple. Now it's like you gotta really know how to work.
Everybody just plays like my court. Like I'm when I play 2K, I'm the one that play like the actual like season.
You go through the league.
I go through the league. I don't even touch the court. I just play the actual season.
Right.
I'll go ahead and play with the bots. Like, I really don't even play online, man. I like playing the campaign mode.
Yeah,
man.
Okay. You're a campaign player.
Yeah.
Playing campaign on 2K is kind of crazy.
It is, though.
Yeah,
it's a lot
it is what it
bro.
is, though. Yeah.
I remember I had 2K.
Right.
Like Allen Iverson, Dreamcast.
Yeah, my sister had it. You know, it's crazy.
Who's your sister?
Her name is Stacia.
Stacia, okay. Yeah.
So I had the Dreamcast. Man. She had the NBA 2K game. But she wouldn't let me play it because Allen Iverson was on the cover.
That's her guy.
Yeah, so she got the game with no intentions on playing it.
Wow,
just because Allen Iverson was on the cover, and then let me play it.
Shout out to your sister, man.
No, that is not shout out word. Shout out to you, but not for that, for sure.
Right, that's crazy. Yeah. So she was like, man, I got AI right here.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's super crazy. Yeah, bro. So at the end of the day, bro, like when you stop playing football, right. You know, I'm not sure your reason to why you stopped playing, like if you got injured or if it was something else, but maybe you can dive into that a little bit.
Yeah, I think everything reaches its end. And when I was done, I was done. It's just as simple as that. I had went through a lot of like little injuries. My body was real banged up. Like going into my junior year, I sprained my ankle in playing basketball in the summer. Sprained my ankle. Went into camp with a sprained ankle.
Yeah,
like my ankle was fat as hell. Looked like a watermelon was on that joint. Dang. I was in a walking boot for like from then until like week 1 of the season.
Just hooping and man,
yeah, just but trying to get some cardio in. And so I went back to camp with a boot on, so I didn't get to practice for like 3 weeks. Played through that, like double wrapping my ankle. Went to the next season, like sprained both my ankles. Like it was just a whole bunch of stuff going on, bad knees, everything like that. So when I was done, I was like, you know what? I love the game. It was like, do I really want to practice? Keep practicing, keep training to play like. I wasn't about to go to the league, probably.
Yeah. When did you realize that you weren't going to go?
To the league?
Yeah.
Probably after junior college.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I went to a smaller school, so I was like, I really have to go crazy.
After Hutch?
Yeah, after Hutch. I mean, I feel like the athletic ability there, the work ethic for that at that point in time wasn't there. It wasn't. I wasn't doing what I needed to be doing, to be honest. Yeah. And it's all good. I was still did what I needed to do.
Absolutely, man. And you still have that level of positivity too, because some people would be like very like just kind of down on themselves, and, getting all sad and whatnot. I mean, maybe at a time there was a time, but you found your way.
Yeah.
And so now like your coaching is it Little League?
Yeah, coach. I mean,
it's like kind of like is it like flag football or something?
Oh, you talking about for the Y?
Yeah. The Y.
No, so that's what I do for the Y is I'm the middle school director for the YMCA, for the Wichita YMCA.
Oh, dope.
So I oversee all the middle school after school programs for the Y.
Soccer, baseball.
So yeah. Well, just the after school program. So the after school programs, like they go right after school. They go into the program. We give them free snack, free tutoring, and then a free club, and that's provided by the Y.
Dope.
So we kind of partner with the school district. So what I'm doing out there with the flag football is that with the sports background that I have, wanting to give the kids the opportunity to, just play flag football for their school. So I went and ordered flags, uniforms in the schools that want to participate. That's what they did. I have the background.
Nice.
And I just went out there and did it for them. So
man, easy, man. Yeah. So I know you talked about relationships too, and I know on the podcast you guys dive into
a little bit.
Y'all talk about on some of the episodes that I've seen. You guys touched on it a little bit, but I would like to pick your brain on what are your thoughts about modern dating today in society. There's so many different podcasts and whatnot, but what's your own personal thoughts about modern dating? And I'm not sure if you are in a relationship, but I want to be respectful of that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. But it's hard, man. Yeah, it's hard. Especially coming out of something that was 5 years long. Man, you jump back in the dating pool. It's like, what is this? I ain't gonna cat. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. I've been on probably since I've been single. I've probably been on like 15 first dates.
Yeah.
I've been liking meeting people, see what they about. It's fun. So it's fun. If I wanted to do it, I'm gonna do it anyways, right? But I've kind of taken a step back from it because it's like it can get draining,
bro.
It can get draining.
Very.
So some people have unrealistic expectations.
What are some of the unrealistic expectations you see?
Like, I guess for me personally, it's like I move like if you want to talk to me, you gonna talk to me, right? I'm not about to be kind of being the only line of communication for this to work. You got to show you interested in me, right?
Exactly.
Right. So I try to go for women who are down to earth. Like I'm not about to come in your life and pay your rent. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? So like some people, expect that, and that's just not me, and that's okay.
Some people want to pay the rent,
right? Somebody gonna do it. It's just gonna be Grayson.
It's gonna be
G-Work. I tell you that.
G-Work is not paying no bills.
No,
people,
but
man.
I feel like there's some. It's a lot of like miscommunication. Man, a lot of communication that's not had. And it's like.
What would you say the communication that is not being had between men and women?
Yeah, like the honest stuff.
Yeah, okay.
The simple, real stuff. The simple that's like really just like, concrete. You know, like they'll tell you something but act a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they'll just ghost you or something. Or like the communications are not there at all. So it's like, you know, it's in. I feel like a lot of things just like microwave. You know what I'm saying? It's like
because technology. Would you say
technology, social media? They feel like everybody feels like they have options.
Man,
just because you look on your phone and like there could be another option.
I really, honestly, personally think that idea of like believing that there is more out there is kind of what's killing a lot of relationships. Yeah, you know, and then like because it's good to have options, you know, but at the same time, I think there's good in limitation. Yeah, because then it helps you to focus. Yeah, you know, so then like imagine you had the options to play at this school, that school, this school. You know, you may not all the way be fully committed. You're like, man, I go over here if this mess up. And so I see people dating in modern times too. Like, man, it's just like, I can go over here if this don't work out.
I can get on Hinge and just find somebody else. I can get on one of these
dating when you're on these online dating apps, because actually that's where I met Nessa. Yeah. Yep. And shouts out to Nessa because she introduced me to you guys' podcast, bro.
Shout out to Nessa. We was cool a long time ago. So man, good people, for sure.
Definitely. But anyways, like I met her on Hinge, man, and like so through that process, man, I was going on those first dates and whatnot. Yeah. And you know, sometimes like on Hinge, maybe it's just Wichita, but sometimes you see the, you know, similar types, you know, the single mom, you know, maybe single mom, maybe got 3 or 4 kids.
Yeah, 3 is crazy.
You know, haven't been to the gym in
2 is kind of
2 years. You know what I mean?
You gotta be very
respectfully.
On Hinge, it's a lot of definitely lefts more than it's right. But
there's a lot of lefts.
A lot, you know, right. The X's instead of the check marks. You know what I'm saying? But you,
right.
I feel like it's Wichita. Because I feel like when I was out in Charlotte before I moved back, there was a lot of, but I didn't know them though. It's different in Wichita. Like I know a lot of. I'm from here.
Right. So it's kind of a disadvantage in a sense though, because it's like you know people and you know their past, you know who they've been with.
Exactly.
So do you buy into like the Wichita dating scene is, you know?
No, I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
You think? I don't think it's that bad.
A lot of people say because there's like some like study it said that we're like the top city in the country for bad dating.
Probably so. I mean, like, you know, I don't probably, but like, there's good quality women out here. I can't speak on if there's good quality men. I couldn't really tell you. I feel like my homies, like, you know, right. You can find somebody, I'm sure, but like, it's so small, and like the I guess the scene for like people like us. Yeah, it's like you go to the same place, you go see the same people. So
man, the same people.
As far as like, I don't think it's that bad though. I think there's some good
some people be making it way.
But when you've been here your whole life,
right?
You feel like you done ran through. Not ran through it.
Yeah.
But you know the well is dry.
Some people didn't.
Yeah. Some people have been, but like maybe the well is dry. It's like you've already been there, done that. You're looking for something different now. And that's when you need to start stepping out your comfort zone now. Go different places.
How can somebody step out their comfort zone? Like, what do they need to do? You know, because some people just like overall, not just relationships, but like just in life. Like even me starting this podcast, bro, like was stepping out my comfort zone, and maybe even for yourself. But it's like, what can be some of the ways how somebody could step out the comfort zone?
Yeah, I mean, like if you an introvert and you ain't got no friend, like. And you have a hard time making communication, making conversation, to people. Not even like random people. Like it's hard for you to make conversation with your friends or family. Yeah. Like go sit at a bar one day and just like have a conversation with the person next to you. You're gonna realize it's not as bad as you think it is. Or like maybe you trying to lose that weight or like you trying to do something. Just get up and take a walk. Or like just go to the gym, try it out. Join a class, a free class or something. Yeah, some of these gyms give you a free class. Yeah, Zumba, something. Yeah. Do something that's fun. Do something.
Yoga, something.
Yeah, do something.
Get out there.
Yeah, you can do something that's fun. Like, there's a lot of things you can do, honestly, to step outside your comfort zone. I think people are, it gets comfortable.
Man.
People are good being comfortable.
And it's very comfortable, bro.
It's very comfortable doing the same pattern. But like, I would suggest if you want to try something, just go and do it. Because what's the worst that can happen?
Man, so it's interesting though that your last name is Fields and Work, because it's like you really are about like getting out there in the field, putting in the work, not just the football field, but just like whatever field it is, bro. Like so, like I think that's really dope. But like you're saying, bro, like you just have to go out there and take steps, make action, try something different. You know what I mean? And so just like what you did or what you're doing with the podcast, bro. What do you feel like you're learning about yourself doing the podcast? Because I know like in the beginning it can be kind of awkward watching back or hearing yourself, but like what do you feel like Still to this day?
No, I hate it, but like after a while, if you didn't edited the episode and make clips, it's like, okay, I done heard me say this multiple times, you know.
What do you like about podcasting, you know, and why do you feel like there's so many podcasts out nowadays?
To answer the first question, I like a lot about it. Like I like being able to have conversations with people that I don't know or that I do know, things that, you know, I have the space to say, right? But like the time, the energy, the effort, it's like to actually have those and break down those conversations. And like sometimes people just want to get on and talk about themselves, you know, talk about what they got going on. It's free therapy for me, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
If I'm going through some things or something I need to get off my chest, I can just get in front of the camera on the podcast and
just let it out.
Let it out. Right. Somebody gonna resonate. Somebody will resonate with what I'm saying, you know. And at the end of the day, when we have our guests on, when we have people on, it's like, I want y'all to come and have a conversation. Like, I'm interested in who you are. Right. Like, but I want people to see a different side of you as well. I want people to hear, like, you know, your takes on things. Like, let's see a couple laughs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not the most serious podcast.
Yeah, you guys have fun, though, man.
Yeah, we're going to say some inappropriate things, but we're going to keep it real, though. We're going to keep it real. So, you know, I like it, though.
What would you say is someone like one of your, like, favorite episodes?
We have an episode called Wins and Losses. I like that one. Because like we talked about
snap. I think I might have seen that one.
We talked about like, you know, how we process our daily losses and how we get back into our wins, and like we kind of went down a good journey with that. I feel like we talked about some, you know, some good things, and then we had some laughs. You know, we talked about like our first jobs and stuff like that. I liked our last episode with DJ for the Win.
Yeah. Shout out to the Win.
Shout out for the Win.
I actually interviewed him back in 2016 when I was at K-Sun 95.9. But yeah, we'll get him on the show eventually.
Yeah, he's cool people, man. Dope conversations. Yeah, I learned a lot from him. He, you know, so I would say those two right now. I like a lot of our episodes, though. You know, I like a lot of our episodes.
But that wins and losses, man, I'm curious about that because then you're talking about obviously there's losses that you had in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, what are some of these losses that you feel comfortable sharing, and then how did you bounce back?
I done lost a lot. You know what I'm saying? I went through high school. Well, when I played football, we won 2 games my junior and senior year.
At South?
Yeah, we was terrible. So I know how to lose. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But I know how to win too, right? Right.
Because you learn a lot when you lose.
Right. Exactly.
You learn a lot.
You got to, or you're going to keep losing. You know what I'm saying? You go back to the, you go back to the drawing board, you know, you have, you know, for a reason. But... So I've lost my job before. When I was working for this Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation, I lost my job over some
like cutbacks,
just some timesheet situations, some stuff I wasn't really even trained on that ended up catching me up in the end, which was cool. But I really enjoyed the kids I was working with. Like, I really enjoyed the youth I was working with. Yeah. I was in like a low income area in Charlotte, so I was kind of getting used to the community, everything. It was a really good job. I liked it a lot. That's what's up. But bounced back, got a job for the Y, working in sports, and that was really fun as well. Absolutely. But I went through a time where I was working like 3 part-time jobs just to make ends meet in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? I was really like,
man, that's that hustle,
bro. But you got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? And I'm living with my girl at the time. It's like she's in grad school.
She was in Charlotte with you?
Yeah, I moved out there for her.
Oh, so that's how you got out there. Yeah, that's what I was trying. I thought maybe like the Y just brought you out there, but you went out there with your girl at the time.
At the time, yeah.
Okay.
So
she lived there.
She's lived there now.
Okay.
But she got accepted to a PhD program out there.
Oh.
So
PhD. That's
PhD.
Like okay.
Yeah.
So the Kevin Samuels stuff.
but yeah, but she went out there. So I was like, you know, I had just graduated too. We graduated at the same time. I was like, you know, let me get out Wichita. Let's do something new.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, that relationship, that was one of the biggest losses I feel like I've experienced recently.
5 years, you said, right?
5 years, you know. So getting out of that just this past summer is like, it's been a whole different process.
What do you feel like you would have done differently, like in the relationship yourself? Because I feel like a lot of times, you know, including myself, like we can blame our exes or whatnot, but like, like, what do you think you could have done differently?
I could have done a lot differently. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was the perfect boyfriend or the, you know, perfect partner at that time. There was a lot of things that I wish I had, that I have now that I wish I had, was like my communication skills. Right. Being able to be open and vulnerable about things. Being able to tell how I feel and it not like, you know, feel like I'm attacking her as a person.
Yeah, man.
Because, you know, there was a time where I felt like I was unhappy, right? And I stepped out on our relationship, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Seeking that validation from somewhere else. When I should have just had the conversation with her, and like fixed it from there instead of stepping out and trying to fix it myself.
Damn.
And like maybe it would be different than where we at now, but I am where I am for a reason. I wouldn't take none of it back because it's grown me as a person.
Right.
So I know whatever's next for me is gonna be even better because like she definitely set the bar high. Like she was amazing to me. So you will never hear me bash her. But like things just didn't work.
Yeah,
so,
for
and
sure.
it's cool.
For sure, bro. Yeah. But then, like you said, man, like it's really hard for some guys to really just take accountability and own up to what they have done. Yeah. But like you said, vulnerability, man. Like, what's your thoughts about just like with men who don't want to be vulnerable, or even like women too? Because there's like you said when you're out here dating, like there's some like very like
they don't want to tell you how they feel a lot.
Man, that's very masculine.
Yeah, it is, and it's like it is. No, it is for sure. It's like I feel like they built up this thought in their heads like you're gonna seem not weak, but like they don't want to get played at the end of the day for telling them how they feel. They want to get hurt. So I get it. And like men too, like I get it if they don't want to be open and vulnerable because they ain't had that space to be able to though. They haven't had a space or an environment to where they feel like they could be their true authentic self, say what they need to say and feel comfortable afterwards. Feel like they won't get judged afterwards. So I don't blame them for real. It's like, but it takes work though. But for make something work, you got to do it. Like, I used to hold in like things I needed to say, things I wanted to say because I didn't want to make her feel bad. So it's like, man, I'm really hurting myself and her at the same. Because if I'm just
don't realize that, but facts,
if I'm just holding in this stain or something for a situation, there's no way I'm making this situation better.
Man,
right? So
true.
It always felt better when I talked about it at the end of the day. So if I would have just did that to begin with,
man, it's tough, man. Because a lot of people like you, obviously, like in the line of work that I do, some people don't want to talk about it because it's too painful. And so once you do start to open up and be vulnerable, like that is the key. Yeah. I always say like a relationship is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. You see, and that's so deep. Like man. So like some people are not really happy with themselves or life. Like subconsciously, they don't open up that parachute. They rather just hit that ground.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And that ground you don't come back from that.
Yeah, you don't.
You need to open up that parachute.
Open it up, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's scary though. But once you start being vulnerable, start talking to people about how you feel, especially in a relationship, bro, magic starts to happen, man.
Yeah, especially in a relationship.
Exactly. So everybody watching G Works out here, he's single. He's looking.
He's single. I don't know if I'm looking, but if you're there, I might see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah,
because it's hard to be like certain places like to meet, like because some people maybe find somebody at the church, which may not be the best place to be trying to look for somebody for a date. People do it though. Yeah. The gym. What would you say is your favorite place, like, to like just like to go to in Wichita?
To meet people or just go, period?
Yeah, just to go and meet. Yeah.
Man, I'm usually like, as far as like speaking to women and stuff, I'm usually pretty shy for real.
Oh, fast for real?
Yeah, I think I'm usually like pretty like quiet.
When's your birthday?
Christmas
Day.
Yeah.
Dang.
So like if I see you in person, like and I'm just like at the gym or something or out and about, I probably not gonna say nothing. Just I feel like that's the fear of rejection for real. There's nothing more than
real.
that.
Rejection is tough, bro.
For real. But I'm trying to get out of that though. I'm trying to start doing that more. Have those more organic meetings,
Right, facts.
But like Douglas Social is a cool place to meet some cool people. It's a little bit more chill. It's not downtown, but but like
it's not. It's kind of downtown, but not all the way. Like you can go there,
it's
like
chill. You can bring a date there, and it'd be cool. Or you can just go there with the homies, and it'd be straight. I like going there.
Yeah.
Just if like for the win this DJing something, I'll probably pull up. I know there's gonna be some or like. Festival ITC has some good like food outings and stuff like that.
The brunch, what they got going on?
Yeah. So
is that the Jack Stacks he does that?
Yep. So if you do, if there's some good food around, there's gonna be some women around. So right, everybody love to eat. Everybody love to eat. So
everybody love to eat, but like exactly, bro. Because what's your thoughts about people who go out downtown every weekend? Because I feel like if I were to go out this weekend, I would have seen some people that I always
see. Man,
and I used to be like that. Just by the way, I used to go out a lot.
Yeah, I don't want to be hard on the way because recently I've been out a lot too.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to take a step back because you see the same people. I'm not trying to be that person. I'm not trying to be you going out. You gonna see girl. You're gonna see G work and. That's just I don't want that to be me in Wichita.
Right.
And it's cool, like, but like every weekend, like you drinking heavily, like you out, like really out every weekend.
Spending money.
Yeah, spending money. It's like I don't want to judge you. I don't want to judge you, but like it's definitely something going on, you know?
Man.
Because like it's okay. Like if you like to drink, do your thing. If you like, but like going downtown every weekend, which it's not that fun. It's just not that fun. So I don't know what you really like. Yeah, I don't.
Do you feel like it's like attention? Like these certain people, they're out there and they're trying to just.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why are you here for? Like you just want attention.
Want attention.
Whether it be guy or female.
Yeah, want attention. Trying to get away from whatever situation they in for the night. Man, escape those problems. You know, at Rock Island, wherever they at, they trying to, and they trying to pick up something at the end of the night probably. But like every weekend though. Yeah, if I was talking to somebody and they was out every weekend, I would definitely that's not the lifestyle I want to live.
Is it a red flag?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
If we go out together and you like hugging the DJs and like hugging the bartenders and bouncers, yeah, it's
my first name, middle name, everything. Like, oh yeah,
yeah, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. There's people that are living that life, man. But like you said, there's something going on internally, man. People don't want to deal with that. They rather just run away from it, bro. Yeah. What should somebody do to deal with it? What would you say? Like, if somebody's watching this, they're that person.
Yeah.
They're going.
Yeah.
They're going out every weekend, bro. Like,
figure out why you going out every weekend. Like, what's the real, true reason you going out every weekend? Are you bored? Are you just bored? Are you sure you're just bored? Are you uncomfortable being by yourself? You know what I'm saying? You got to enjoy your own company sometimes,
Facts.
Most importantly. Some people don't enjoy their own company. So they got to be around other people, which is, that's another battle that you got to fight. But figure out why you going out. What is it? Are you having fun? If you're just going out there having fun, you like drinking, and you're literally, everything else in your life is in line.
Right.
You ain't got, you taking care of your things at home, at work, finances is good, and that's just how you reset. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
The intention has to be pure. It has to be coming from a place of like, you're doing this because you really actually, it's not coming from a place of lack.
Right. I feel like some people just like going out, having a good time.
Yeah, and I feel like that's fine if that's the case. But then it's like, at what point? Like, where's the ceiling at?
Yeah.
So it's just like, where's the ceiling at? Because I feel like a lot of people struggle with that just in general.
Yeah. I feel like some people, you see them dudes that's like 50, that's doing the same thing they've been doing, going out. Tricking on these young women, buying them drinks, buying them shots, and trying to holler at the club. If you gonna be that guy, I just want you to stop now.
It's crazy because one day we'll be 50.
Yeah, but I won't be in Rock Island. Well, I can't. I hope I won't be in Rock Island. I'll say that.
What would you want to be at when you're 50? Like, how 50? Do you see? Like, what are some things you would hope to accomplish?
Yeah, have a family, wife and kids. By that time, seeing how they're growing up and like what they have taken on. Hopefully, have built and have a foundational relationship that my kids can look up to one day and inspire their relationships from.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
House owner, everything like that. Being comfortable in finances. Giving back to my community, have made an impact somewhere.
Yeah, man.
If I'm good with like changing one life for the better, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If I can impact somebody else's life, just one, and make it better, then I done done enough.
Man, it's crazy because I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of people just kind of want the same thing.
Right.
That a home, family, that security, a romantic partner.
Right.
And so then it's like I feel like our society doesn't really feed that. It feeds like the opposite, like the consumerism, like going out, buy.
Well, yep.
And so it can be a hard loop for somebody to get out of.
It can, for sure. So you got to be grounded in figure out what your values is. A lot of people don't know what they value, what you find important.
That's what I would do on the first dates when I was single. I would find a way indirectly how to figure out, what do you value?
Yeah, what do you value? Do you value family? Like, what do you, at the end of the day, when you go to sleep at night, do you value these nightlife experiences? Do you value chasing these women? Do you value the women that you're putting yourself in circles with? Do you, like, at the end of the day, what's your value? What do you want your life to look like? You align your things that way. So But it's hard. And none of the things we're talking about is easy. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
or everybody would have it figured out. Or everybody would do it. You know?
Everybody would have it figured out.
Right.
And even some people who it may look like they have it figured out, they don't all the way have it figured out either.
Oh, yeah, no.
But see, like with Instagram and social media, we compare ourselves.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, myself included, are guilty of that.
Yeah, I feel like we all are.
You know, I think it's in our nature as humans to try to do that, man. But like, it definitely robs the joy. Yeah. Like trying to like compare yourself to other people or whatnot, man.
Yeah, no, because like what they say, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah, because I hear that all the time. I'm trying to figure out who said that.
Man, I don't know. It's deep though.
You know, because like I heard that as well, like several times. I'm like, man, who? What book?
Yeah, because even like you see it I see it for myself, like in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you doing the way you look over.
You be lifting a lot. I bet you probably be.
but like some people, I mean, even then though, there's people that's lifting more than me in there. So it's like, do I ego lift now, trying to beat them out, or can I be, good with where I'm at in my workout? You know what I'm saying? Man. It's little things like that can really take the joy away. So, man,
because you're not really in the moment. Now you're like, man, this guy's living this much.
Yeah.
You're not. It's like I remember, like in school, the teacher would say, keep your eyes on your own paper. And you can think of that literally, even like material wise, as far as like money. Keep your eyes on your own paper. This is how much you got. This is what you got right now. Be grateful, and maybe one day you got a little bit more. Who knows? Who knows? But like nowadays, I think really because social media, like it's a gift and a curse. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's a gift and a curse. But do you remember before Instagram? Yeah, like the MySpace days. Can we talk about?
Yeah, MySpace.
Because you're around the same age as me. Because you graduated was 2014. Yep. So you're what? 28.
28. Yep.
28. Yep. So what?
I remember life without social media.
Yeah.
Or like the very beginning of Facebook. Not Facebook, MySpace. Yeah. And I was just getting on MySpace. Like very much like.
MySpace so much
rugged.
better, man.
Yeah.
But did you it feel like MySpace you actually had your space?
Yeah.
Like your own little HTML. I learned how to code the page.
It was definitely code.
I felt like I was a coder, man.
Right, early
like
code.
It made you really want to I need to learn this stuff, bro. Because people be having graphics. And
you would go to other people's page and they have like the SpongeBob with the chains on in the background. And you're like, I need that. How do I get that?
Man, people going all out. It'd be like Jordan stuff. Like I was like, where do y'all get these backgrounds at, man?
I don't know, but I was figuring it out. And then you can have your songs. You can have some songs on there, top like your top friends and stuff. So
that's crazy, man.
It was lit for sure.
It's crazy, bro. Because I remember through MySpace, like I reached out to Soulja Boy, like way back in the day, like back when he was like through even before MySpace, there was something called Tag. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember that one.
It was something called Tag, but anyways, I reached out to Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy tell him, and he was designing websites. And he actually reached back to me, and he was trying to design a website at the time. But this was like before you really had any like hits.
Before he was Soulja.
Yeah, he was designing websites.
Yeah,
but he was charging too high. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm not even.
Nah, he was designing Facebook, MySpace pages. Or
he was doing a lot. Like, it was like an actual website.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, really? I was like, okay.
Yeah. Shout out Soulja Boy.
But Soulja Boy, man,
the first to do it.
Man, bro,
the first
literally
to do it. Yeah.
The first artist on YouTube, bro.
That's crazy.
Soulja Boy doesn't get his credit.
He don't. Soulja
Boy,
he
be acting a damn fool. That's what
he do. He be acting. He be acting an ass. He been out the media a little bit recently, but Soulja Boy definitely
influenced the culture.
Influenced my childhood for sure, or like my upbringing.
It's crazy when you think about it,
bro. Crank That was played everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had the baggy, that had the sunglasses with the Soulja on them. The backwards had the big shirts. That's crazy. Everybody was cranking that.
Everybody
was cranking that, and then he had Dump Truck. Like he had some songs. He did
have some tracks.
Yeah, so
he had them house party music.
Exactly.
You remember All Occasions?
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Like All Occasions, I feel like that's like only people from Wichita know about All Occasions, bro. They were playing all the little I call them the little the Soulja Boy tracks, the Walk with a Dip, like Halle Berry,
all the dancing songs,
bro. All the dancing songs. It was back. Those times were cool, man, because like we didn't have to really worry about as much responsibilities nowadays. Like that was like high school. You didn't really worry about paying no bills. Just like maybe your phone or something. Yeah. But like your gas.
Yeah.
But
I miss those days.
Would you rather have those days versus being an adult?
I don't know. That's a good question. Adult in his ass. Adult in his ass. I'm not gonna cap.
Adult in his ass.
Adult in his ass, but it's fruitful. Fuck it, give me the high school days. Take me back to high school.
Which South High? You went there all 4 years?
Unfortunately, I mean, yeah, I went there all 4 years. It was cool.
South High, man, it's a big school, bro.
Yeah,
I think because North is like North and South and East or something like that. It's huge. But you rather go back to the high school days?
Yeah, is that what you're saying? Or are you saying younger? Or are you saying younger than that?
You know, like around that time.
Around that time?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I ain't have to pay no bills, I ain't got to worry about nothing. All I had to do was play football, go to school.
Man.
Yeah, take me back. Yeah. You don't appreciate it while you're there.
So what position did you play when you were in high school?
High school, I played defensive line and offensive line. So I played both sides.
Dang.
Yeah.
What do you say to those kids that you work with that they want to make it to the league, and you know with your intellect that they probably won't,
right?
You know, and you may not actually say that to them. You don't want to be rude, but like just maybe based on their work ethic or their size, you know. But they're like really like, I want to make it to the NFL. I'm
never gonna be the one to crush your dreams.
Nope.
But like it's gonna take some work. You know, and it's gonna take some fortune. There's only 1% or like 5% of the world play in the NFL or NBA,
bro.
So
1%.
Yeah. So
it's crazy because if you do the math on it, it's like how many people are on the roster. Like especially NBA, it's about like what
12, 15,
12, 15, 25 teams.
Yeah.
You can do the math there.
Yeah. Yeah, so, man, start by, building a good foundation. You know what I'm saying? Go to school, get your grades together, and work hard.
Yeah.
It sounds very cliche, but it's the truth. Like, a lot of these kids don't. With youth sports, I'm really like into sports and like the youth sports. It's sometimes stuff is kind of hard to see because like you grew up in a time where we were more. It was rare to see a kid celebrating or like taunting or like talking back to coaches and things like that.
Right.
And just kind of put a damper on it for me, honestly, because like I watch highlights on like Bleacher Report or House of Highlights or something, and like kids would be like doing the head tap thing or like or like doing the two small things. Like I feel like back when I was playing sports, we didn't really do that until we were
kids are
until we had something, right? We're not like a lot of kids need to not need to, but they should understand where they're at. Like be humble, right? Work hard.
Right. Build
those foundational pieces so when you do get the opportunity, you're ready.
Man, facts, bro. Because I think just overall, people don't know how to be humble now, man. I feel like people's egos have gotten bigger than it should.
Yeah.
Like it's just like like people be thinking they're so important, bro. Like really, at the end of the day, we're not as important as we want to think.
No.
And we just all have to be humble to like, man, like we're just like everybody else. We got a lot of similarities, just like the next man down the street.
Yeah. I mean, we're all really walking the same path, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's path is different though. Everybody's, pattern may be different. You may be taking different hills, valleys, But like if everybody just looked at looked at somebody as if they were seeing themselves, it's like you would give a lot of people more grace. Cause like
Grayson,
right? Right. You give a lot of people more grace though, because like everybody just trying to figure it out though. Everybody just trying to figure it out.
It's really so true because even like my short time doing this podcast, I'm learning too. Like just like people come, people have similar journeys. There's some kind of event that happens in life. And that helps you to be able to shape who you are today. Yeah. And so you're really just a combination of our experiences.
Right. I mean, white, black, Mexican, it doesn't matter. Like everybody done been heartbroken, whether you want to admit it or not. You done been through some stuff with professionally. Like you done lost your job, you done been demoted. Like you done. Yeah. So everybody done been through. We done lost family members. You gotta. We're more similar than people think. We're more similar than people think.
Do you feel like there's like like almost like an agenda to kind of get people to think the other way?
Oh, for sure.
To make people fight against each other.
Oh, for sure. It always gonna be. It's always gonna be
fight within themselves too.
Yeah, it's always gonna be though. That's what I feel like. That's what makes it money. There's a machine behind it. So,
machine can't make money if people don't.
Yeah, So there's definitely like I'm not really political, but from politics and policies and things like that, from media coverage, depending on what outlets you watch, you know, it's going to bring divisiveness. You know, it's just a part of it. And like, you can't be good without evil. You know what I'm saying? It can't be the sunshine without the rain, you know?
Right.
So like, those polar opposites is always going to be there. It's like, what wins at the end, though? You know? What
really does win. Yeah. And like you said, the word divisiveness, man, like there's a lot of, you know, divisive information online nowadays, especially like within the podcast, you know. Yeah, what's your thoughts about some of these podcasts out there, even though we're new on the scene to this?
It's a lot of things people say just be saying, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, but like, I feel like no matter what people say, somebody agrees with it. Like, there's somebody in the world that agrees with it. But like, I'm not really into a lot of the man versus woman stuff. I feel like we done had those conversations so many times. Man. Like, let's have some other conversations.
Right.
Or like, just like wrong information. Like, people will come on their podcast, say things that's not true. Mm-hmm. And then not be like, you know, not hedge it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this is true or not, but then say it. It's like a lot of misinformation. So, like, you watching our pod, or you watching yours, people be asking me questions about stuff I said, like specifically like women. I'll be like, at the end of the day, I'm entertaining. Like, I do mean what I'm saying, though. And some stuff might be hyperbole. You know what I'm saying? Or some stuff. I'm not talking like, yeah, you maybe have done that. But like, at this point, like, I'm not saying your name. Then if you did it, then you just got to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But like, people have their platforms for a reason. You know, they have an audience that they're trying to reach. So,
do you feel like it's just like people have those man versus women conversations just for like views?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It like when we talk about relationships, when we talk about women and things like that, those are the ones that do the best.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I never want to be on there disrespecting women though. That's the
thing. Right.
It's hard. So it's hard for me to have those conversations because we don't have women there.
Right.
So
like you have a woman present
to kind of, you know, combat what we're saying.
Balance the energy.
Yeah. Right. So definitely. I try to stay away from like the ones that's like, oh, a man should be, a woman should be. It's like, you know,
that gender role.
I can only talk about what I'm experiencing in my, you know, right now. So I don't want to ever be like.
Absolutely. That's really cool, man. Yeah. Like you said, we need to be having other conversations, right?
Right.
What other conversations should we be having versus the man versus woman kind of
how we can make money together, like how you can, you know, find your best self, having a laugh. What's funny? You know?
Life is tough, bro.
Life is tough. Some people just want to watch something to make you laugh.
That's like, what you guys do. You guys be cracking up.
Trying, you know, watch something that want to make you laugh, something that makes you forget about your bad day or makes you process it in a different way.
Absolutely.
Talk about getting your mind right. Talking about, you know, everyday stuff that's, you know, that you experience.
Everybody can relate to.
Everybody can relate to, you know.
You know what I mean?
Everybody, I mean, you either been close to running out of gas or you done ran out of gas before, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talked about everybody, somebody can relate to that story. Like, you tell that story or anything like that. So
that's crazy because even last night, I was riding around on E for a little bit. I didn't realize
you were saying I know my car. You like, I know my car.
Yeah, it's good. That's what Nessa was like, yeah, we might need to go. Because I don't know. I just, like, I had that mindset. Like, it's kind of like how, what did Chris Rock said? He said, I might be rich, but I identify as broke. You know, so just like, I remember the times when I had to ride around on the E, bro. So like, I'm just now in that same habit of just like, I'd be just still riding around on E, like just
not
even realizing I'm on E. I'm like, damn, okay, like,
yeah, you could get gas. Like, it's no problem to put gas in your car. It's like,
I'd be questioning like, does my car really think it's like my car got some kind of deal with the oil companies or something? Like,
that's funny.
Like, what if I do have an extra 30 miles?
Let's see. That's the only way you're going to find out is by trying, you know?
Have you ever done that and just like you pulled up to work and then you try to turn the car on when you get off?
I done ran out of gas before. I was coming out of football practice one time. My shit was not turned on. I was like, school is like 2 miles away. I got 5 miles left. I can make it to practice and go to the gas station afterwards. Nope. That 5 miles lied to me.
It's crazy because in Wichita you need a vehicle to get around.
Oh yeah,
you need a vehicle to get around because a bike only goes so far in Wichita.
And like, you know, Wichita and like the you know, the low income area of Wichita, it's like a food desert. You know, in the northeast side,
it is.
It's like there's no
13th of Oliver. Yep.
Yeah, it's like there's no Walmart. really no grocery stores around that you can just walk to. Everything's not easily like you can't commute by foot or by bike. You know, you need a car to make it to these places. So you definitely need a car in Wichita, and it's like everybody can't have one.
It's crazy because I remember when they got rid of that the neighborhood Walmart over there on Oliver and 13th, man. Bro. And it kind of goes back to the thing. It's like, man, it's like I know they had a lot of different theft and different stuff going on, but it's like, is this more of an economic thing? Like they just weren't making the money, or it was just like kind of like some people feel like, oh, they're trying to make black folks not eat. They're trying to force the food desert. They put a bank where the Quick Trip was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, like where do you go to get your groceries though if you live in that area? You ain't got no car.
Bro, Dollar General, Family Dollar.
And that
ain't healthy. It's not good.
I mean, it's no coincidence. I'm going to say that.
But those are the conversations we need to be having nowadays. Yeah. Like you said, like trying to figure out how to collab, how to be able to make money, how to be able to rise above the stuff. Because if we just keep fighting each other, whether it be man versus woman topics or, you know, black on black, nothing's really going to...
I'm not going to change your mind by what I say, you know. On them topics, I'm not going to change your mind. You didn't even have this mindset your whole life. What am I going to say on the podcast that's going to make you change? Maybe. Right. Maybe. But that's not what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying?
Like Grayson said this, I'm going to change my whole life.
That would be perspective. Hey, that would be crazy. But like, you know, I feel like it's good to get some perspectives on that stuff because it may be different than what you think about. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Or like, that's what a man thinks about this situation, you know? So maybe they may move it differently in their next situation, you know? Right. So maybe. But
it's like, how much do we really need, you know? Because I think like you said, like, it's like, okay, we got it. But like, do we need to do that all the time? Do we need to go out all the time? Like, you know what I mean? Just like talk earlier topic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to balance things out.
Now, are those prescription lenses?
Yeah, they're prescription.
Man,
I need them to see.
Man,
yeah.
Where'd you get those at, bro?
It was like it was a place called 20/20 Vision out in Charlotte. Just my eye doctor. Okay. And she had D's in Navy. I wasn't like I've always needed glasses. Like I've always I have never been able to really just see 20/20, but it's getting worse. It's been getting worse because I don't wear glasses. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I needed some glasses that I could wear like every day. And not feel like, you know, I just like I like them, so I'm gonna wear them, right? So I like these, and I've been wearing them ever since.
Do you feel like now people are noticing you, like, oh, who Grayson, the one with the red glasses?
Yeah, people. Oh, I can compliment my glasses. Or like, I don't know if they, you know, if I'm the guy with the red glasses, but I feel like people, like if you see me on Instagram, I have the red glasses on, or like on a reel or something, they can kind of.
It's like a brand,
kind of low key,
really, and like because like your guys' logo is like red too, so it's like kind of a brand.
Yeah, I never really thought about it like that. But.
It's just like what Darren does, the photographer. He has the white glasses.
Okay,
yeah, bro. So it's branding.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah,
that.
bro.
Like
that's,
we wear
I thought it was intentional.
For the time. No, it was just
branding.
Yeah,
I was like, if he comes, he got to bring the red glasses.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wear. I gotta see. I gotta see.
Because people be asking me, they be like, "Man, are those prescription?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I'm like, I can't see without these, bro. Like this is.
If I'm in a car and it's nighttime and I don't got my glasses on, please be wary. We gonna make it.
Do you know what your the number is? Like,
I don't.
You don't? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because man, mine is bad. Because I remember when I first had to wear glasses, I was like 5th grade.
Yeah.
I refused to wear them.
Exactly.
And my mom said, "I'm gonna get contacts."
Yeah, I can't do contacts.
I was like the earliest kid with contacts, bro.
You can do contacts. You can put them in your eye.
Yeah, when I work out.
I can't do contacts, man.
For real?
I can't put it in my eye. Pause.
It's like no diddy.
But yeah, I can't like open my eye and like put the capsule in there for some reason. It's just like my eyes. Like, it's too sensitive.
Man, it is the first time it's tough, man. But eventually you kind of get used to it. It's weird, but like now it's just like it's kind of cool how that works. You just like you open up your eye, just pop it in. Yeah. But taking it out can be tough. You gotta make sure your nails are nice and cut and clean. And then scraping your eyeball out trying to get that contact.
Yeah. See, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, because if I wear contacts all day, I'll just get like my eyes get dry real quick, and then my eyes get red, and it looks like I'm walking around high or whatnot. You don't know. So it's just like I just wear the glasses. It's funny because I remember like when my son, like when he was born, like that's when I really started wearing glasses. Like and it's like, man, it's just daddy duty time. Let me just
he said full dad mode. You put my glasses on.
It's crazy, man. So, do you have any kids?
I don't. I do not.
Yeah.
I do not.
No. And dodge them bullets.
Yeah. I mean, it just ain't been the right time yet. It ain't been the right time. You know.
Yeah. How many kids would you want to have? Like when you found that right woman?
2 or 3 is cool.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Do you know anybody who has like more than 4?
Like
who? Like yeah. Like intentionally now is out here.
Nah, probably not. Not off the top of my head. No.
Uh-huh.
No, not nobody that I'm really cool with.
Right.
But probably if I really thought about it, but no.
Yeah.
4 is a lot. At 28?
Bro. I met somebody who had about like 5.
5?
28. Or younger than 28.
Like somebody that, this is before, like this is like while you was dating, or no, this is like you just knew her?
It was like it was a date. It was a date because I swear I thought she had 2.
5 is crazy.
But
I'm not, but
I'm
yeah.
like, whoa. That's a lot.
1 is okay. I can date with someone.
One is cool. When's the limit for you? Like
2.
if you're on 2?
After 2.
After 2. Not
After
3?
2. No 3.
I talked to a girl who had 3 kids, and I was like, let me try to make it work. But I knew, I was like, this ain't going to work.
Especially if they all got the same father, probably could, that maybe could work.
Right, because they can go over there to the weekend.
You're right. But 3 is a lot when I have 0.
Yes, bro. But if a girl has more than 2 kids, guys, I'm sorry. Grayson has his boundary. He's going to set that.
Yeah,
with all respect.
I wouldn't just for sure say no at 3, but like it's definitely like pressing. It's a lot. I have 0, and I'm fresh out of a relationship, so I ain't even never dated anybody with kids. You know?
Oh, really?
I mean, I've been out of a relationship. I'm not. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I don't have a girl right now, so it's like
Right.
I ain't dating nobody with kids. I haven't even been to the point where like I gotta me and your baby daddy gotta meet or no shit like that. So like
It's weird.
yeah, I probably say 2, 3, 2. I'm gonna say 2.
What if she meted the criteria? You know, the characteristics, the values.
Everything else was good.
Yeah, but she had 4.
Oh damn! Nah,
Guys, like I would give him a challenge. 3 by the same dude, 1 by a different one.
I'm good.
She meeting all the characteristics though, Grayson. She got the morals, the values, you know,
man.
similar religious views.
If everything was straight
looks,
before,
you know, like she don't look like a 10, but she's good. Like,
but okay, here's the thing though. I'm gonna want my own, right?
Right.
So, you know, I like working with the kids. I work with kids. Like I love the kids.
Yeah.
So, I would be open to it if everything else was good. Let me be honest. I would be open to it if everything else was good. Yeah. But I would hear. Actually, let me think.
4 kids
is a lot of bread.
2 baby dads.
It's a lot of bread though that's being spent in that household.
Right. But I mean, you may not have to pay. I mean, like you say, you may not follow by the typical traditional gender roles. Maybe she get her money too.
Yeah, but like if you starting dating her, and you getting her some food. If you getting her some food, you know you got to get the kids food.
Bro, this is true. When I dated women with kids, there's that weird, awkward moment. Cause like the first few dates when you're eating or whatnot, they'll pick up the tab.
Yeah.
But eventually, you go on enough dates. If you don't pick up the tab like all together with the kid, they'll look at you kind of like,
oh yeah,
you ain't paying for Junior.
Oh, I haven't been.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because I don't mind paying for you.
Yeah,
but it's like you gonna pay for him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or you say, are you asking her? She go, that's your son. I mean, at the end of the day, you brought him.
Sometimes women be like, oh yeah, that's cool. I got him. I'll pay for his.
Really? I've never experienced that.
Yeah, it's different, man.
I feel like I would just pay for everybody, like you know.
Right, and sometimes I will, but sometimes it'd be like, all right, yeah, I'll pay for him because they don't want to feel like a burden or be inconvenient.
Yeah, that's true.
But then sometimes it's like, man, that kid, man, he didn't got like 3 orders of pancakes.
It's a growing boy. This ain't your regular teenager.
And then if you got 3 or 4 kids, you pick it up.
Yeah.
Would you pick up the tab if you're dating a girl? She had 3 kids.
Why are your kids here? No.
Y'all been dating now for 9 months.
Oh, then yeah, I'm picking it up. Yeah, but like, nah.
You know. So that's your bill, her bill, and then the 3 little guys.
The 3 little guys. We wouldn't be doing that often. It has to be somebody graduation, birthday, Christmas, her birthday. We cooking at the crib though. Any other time, right. When you get kids like that, a lot of other things, right. You know, come.
It's tough, man. It's tough because I mean, on the flip side of that, you know, there's some nice women who are trying to find a guy like probably like yourself that's single, but like they might got 3 kids, and so it's like how could they be able to tap in with you?
So I'll be honest, like you know, I feel like a lot of women that have children before they get into a relationship, they think of it as baggage or a burden.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like coming from somebody that I understand that you don't have all the time in the world to text back.
Yeah,
or like
for sure.
You know, you got to work. You got to take care of your kids. You got to make sure your house is straight. Like, you know, as long as you're making time when you have time for me, then we can make something work. Or like the communication is there. We can make it work. But you're not a burden just because you got a kid. You know, everybody has that. Everybody brings baggage into a situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, you might just have a little you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
even if she got 5 kids, she's not a burden.
Right. It's not a burden, not to me, but that's not for me. You know, it may be for somebody else.
Somebody else might be a burden, but for Grayson, you know, you'll pick up the check. Yeah.
You put words. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Well, I'm just saying for somebody. Right. For somebody. Well, but for me, like, yeah, like if you had 3 kids and you wanted to talk to me, it's just like, man, I'm not thinking of it as a burden. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I like you, if I rock with you, then I'd take care of the kids like they mine. If we got to that point, you know, like I know how to work with kids. Like that's not a biggie. But like,
right. What would you say to like maybe like one of your friends who like they're dating somebody and they have kids? Like, I don't want to date her because she has kids. Like, yeah, what should they focus on rather than to focus on the fact that she has a?
I feel like that's fair. If that's what you want, you know, if that's your end goal, like you know, you don't want to start a relationship and you don't want to deal with like the worry of her baby daddy coming back or like anything in that situation, right? That's
baby daddy come out of jail.
Whatever you feel like why you don't want to date a woman with kids, I get it, right? But like, shit, what you bring into the relationship to that she might not accept, you know what I'm saying? Man. What if you go out all the time and she don't want somebody to go out all the time? What if, you know, there might be some other foundational things that
drinking.
There may be some foundational things that you bring to the table that she don't like.
That she's gonna see as a burden.
Exactly.
Right.
So
that you can actually change too.
Yeah.
Because like, she can't do nothing about it. She already got Junior and you know the other 2 kids.
Yeah, but if that's your standard, that's whatever you said, then I'm not gonna try to change it for you. But like
yeah, he can't.
Yeah, he can't. But like yeah, I wouldn't just turn down a woman because she got a kid though. We grown, like we 28.
Right.
Like I'm 28 about to be 30. Like a lot of people have kids at this time. You know what I'm saying? So like if they take but my judgment would be like how they taking care. Like, are you taking care of them? Like how? If I go over your house and you got kids,
man, shoot.
If I go over your house and you got kids and I meet your kids and they bad as shit, it's not gonna work.
Even if it's just one,
it's not gonna work.
Man, it's not because
it's different if it's like you know, some kids have behavior. You know,
right.
You know, some things they got to work through. You know, kids are kids at the end of the day, but like, are you correcting them?
Man, that's what you're gonna be there for.
No, I'm not. Because no, I'm not. They got a daddy. They got a dad.
Yeah, there's Grayson G word.
No, I ain't nobody father.
Not
no,
yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, not yet, man. Not yet. I am stepdaddy material though, maybe.
Stepdaddy. Yeah.
I will be.
It's interesting with fatherhood because it's like. It's crazy because it's like, man, like this is me, like you know what I mean. So like I remember one time my son he said that he made a song. He's like, I'm you, and I'm just listening back like, dang, like you are.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like,
literally.
That's crazy, like how life works. Because I remember I heard a quote, but it said every man should be able to do these 3 things, and it's plant a tree, have a kid, and write a book. Because those 3 things will last longer than you. You know,
that's real.
Like that tree, like I mean, you see these trees, 100-year-old trees. Yeah. There's some books that been here for
time.
Yeah, and then you know, kids, you know, they're gonna hopefully live longer than you.
Yeah,
and then maybe have some other kids. So
yeah, it's your legacy at the end of the day. You know,
yeah,
it's your legacy. You know, you pass down what your grandparents, dead parents gave to you, and it's your opportunity. It's your opportunity to mold that into what you want to look like next. Absolutely. At the end of the day, your kids is gonna be your kids, right? Like you know, I don't have any, so I don't give parenting advice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I would imagine that whatever my kids is into, whatever they will want to do, that I am the person that is the wind under their sails that can push them to be who they want to be and what they want to do.
Right.
You know, a safe place when they come home.
Right.
But they gonna have some, discipline. You know what I'm saying? We gonna,
that's
okay. You gonna have some.
But they're working.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. Respect is a big way. Like how you treat people. And just those things was instilled in me. So I gotta,
What do you think? What do you think about those parents? 'Cause I know you probably see them who try to force their kids to play sports.
I see it a lot. I feel like it's good to make kids do things that they don't like though.
Yeah. Get them out the comfort zone.
Get them out their comfort zone. Like, you may not be a sport, you're gonna try. Like, you're gonna learn some valuable things though playing.
Right.
Like, you're gonna learn how to work as the team, how to show up to practice, be on time. Like, you know, every kid not no athlete though. Don't put your expectations of what you want them to look like on them. Like, you know, people knock things before they try them, but you never really know. You never really know if you might enjoy something. You never really know. You never really know unless you try. So, yeah, I feel like you see a lot of parents that, you know, push agendas on their kids. So they want them to be the next this, next that. And like, just let them be them.
Were your parents or your family, did they was football always something that you gravitated towards, or was it? Yeah. Do you remember who like introduced you to football?
Oh yeah, my pops for sure.
Yeah,
my pops. He
played.
Yeah, he played. Like, anybody that knows my dad or like is around his age always talks about him as a football player.
Wow.
Yeah, like he was like you know, they say, you know, one of the best backs to come out of Wichita, best running backs to come out of Wichita.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, he coached when I used to go to practice when I was like 6 years old, and I played. My first experience of football was he was coaching at the Wichita Bulldogs. And I went out as a kindergarten player on the second grade team. Right? I was a big kid. Like, I always been a big kid. So I went out there. We going Oklahoma drill, right? So I'm laying on my back. I got the ball. This is my first practice ever, bro. Right. First time in pass, bro. I get smacked. Bro, I get hit so hard, bro. I think my chin strap was on the ground, bro. Dang. As a kindergarten, bro. So I took my helmet off. I was like crying by a tree for the rest of practice, bro. And I quit, bro. I didn't play. No more. Man. But I came back in second grade, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm ready for the hits.
Yeah, and I was rocking out since. But like, yeah, so that's who introduced me to the game. My pops.
So he's the coach of is he still coaching?
Nah, he don't do none of that no more.
Yeah.
No.
He stopped.
Yeah. Definitely. I think he stopped when I stopped playing.
Did he play like D2, D1?
Yeah, he went junior college first. He went to Garden City Community College. Okay, and then he transferred to Oregon State.
Nice.
And then he had some heart problems and stuff, so he didn't end up finishing his career. But
it's tough, man, because they say like, what's the average like length of a NFL player? Like 4 years.
4 years. Yeah,
man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So most NFL players, what do they do after the 5 years? Because not everybody can be like what's his name with the buck teeth. On the Daily Show, I can't even think of his name right now.
Strahan?
Yeah. Not everybody could be, because he has a good personality for that, but not every football player has that.
Yeah. What do they do, man? I don't know, man. I think a lot of them. I feel like a lot of people are starting to be more entrepreneur minded.
Right.
Now, I feel like, you know, that's a good thing with social media and how things are going. Like, everybody can see like different business ventures that you got going on, that people can have going on. So I think a lot of people are now a little bit more financially educated with things, and like a lot of these people are coming out of college with money, right, for like NIL deals and stuff like that now. But it'd be like, I feel like it still be hard, like changing that identity from being a football player, especially you as a professional football player. Man, bro, you was making money doing it, you know, and that's how people know you, you know, and now you not doing it no more. So I think a lot of people still go with that.
It's tough.
Go through that.
And like you said earlier too, like, because you kind of went through it a little bit, you know,
and on a lot smaller level. You know, I played, but at a much smaller level, so I can only imagine if I was in the league, you know.
Bro, like playing at a high level league.
Exactly.
Making a high amount of money.
And you're not who you used to be.
Getting that attention, like starting, and then all of a sudden,
injuries, like whatever, you know, just be maybe your time. It's like, I can only imagine, you know.
Definitely. Or if you know, if you were the reason to why you no longer playing, right? That's a problem, man. So
people make bad decisions sometimes.
People make bad decisions, man. But I appreciate you coming on the show, bro.
I appreciate
you coming on the show. I really do, man. I was like, just wanted to kind of give you your flowers, bro, because like I said, like you definitely inspired me to really kind of start the podcast, bro, because I was like, man, this is dope. Tell everybody where they can watch the workshop at.
The workshop. Man, if you can find us on Instagram at the workshop_pod. Okay. You can find my personal page, G_GotWork on Instagram. Everywhere else you get your podcast, YouTube, the workshop_pod. We on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you use Google Music, you can find us on there too. Wherever you get your podcast, you can find the workshop, because, you know, it's always work to be done.
I like that. There's always work to be done. There we go. Now, do you guys use Podbean?
Buzzsprout?
Buzzsprout?
I use Buzzsprout.
Okay, yeah.
I upload on Buzzsprout.
Because Apple Music be They be tripping. I be tripping. They make it difficult.
Yeah. I just use Buzzsprout.
Buzzsprout,
upload it on there, let them disperse it. You pay that little subscription fee.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody want their subscription fee now.
Yeah, it's like you can't do nothing for free no more. It's okay.
Walmart gonna have a subscription plan. Walmart gonna have a subscription. You gotta pay $20 a month just to shop here.
I believe it. Shit, Sam's, Costco, they already got it. So somebody, Walmart, they don't deserve to do that.
Bro,
because when I go in there, I feel I feel unsafe sometimes.
Which Walmart you go to? The 29th?
On 29th. Yeah. You already know.
It's crazy because like I know that's the one I grew up in, man, but like most of it, man, it's like automated.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to use your thoughts before we go about your thoughts about AI.
AI?
Yeah, because I always like to hear people's thoughts. Like some people are fearful of it. Some people really see the positive that it could bring, and some people don't even know what it is.
I can see a positive in the bad. I can see a positive when it comes to like information, or like science, experiments. Just having information, being able to use AI as a tool, right? Like
as a tool,
for like content creation and like but like for like content creation or like work and things like that, you can use AI for very helpful things. Absolutely. But I also see the bad part of it too, like especially when it comes to like music and they have these AI songs. These AI songs and stuff like that. It can get scary, you know what I'm saying? It's like
it's legal issues. Like imagine if somebody were to use your voice and like try to say, man, Grayson said this, and then take you to court.
Bro, like you see those TikToks and they be funny, but like it was like Caitlin Clark saying the N-word, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But and it's like you literally following the mouth exactly what it's saying, and it sounds in her voice, and it sounds real. You know what I'm saying? Some people be believing it, so it's like it can get tricky for sure.
Crazy. What apps do people be using to do that?
I don't know.
It'll be fun just to play around with.
People are smart, or like I don't know what they be doing. You know, so it's crazy.
We got to figure out how it is, man. Yeah. But man, thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Fully Connected Podcast. Once again, we got G work today.
Yes,
we'll see you guys on the next episode. Like, share, and subscribe to the podcast and to Grayson's podcast as well.
Yeah. No, before we get out of here, I appreciate you for inviting me. I feel like as a podcaster, when people invite you on their show or when you invite people on the show, you have a mutual respect.
Absolutely, bro.
I wouldn't have nobody on my show that I wouldn't, admire, respect, want to have a conversation with. So I appreciate you for having me on as well. Just want to get you that love as well. So
man, I appreciate it, man. I just like having people on the show that I'm like genuinely like curious about. Like, okay, this person's doing this. Like, okay, all right. And then it's easy for it to flow. It doesn't feel forced, so it's just like you just have a natural conversation.
Yeah, I feel like this was dope.
Questions that come up to mind. So
this was cool.
Man. So we'll get out of here for now, guys. Once again, peace. See you on the next one. All right.
Holla.
Fully Connected.